Hi everyone, this is Emmy. I've had a request for some easy knitting patterns, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to knit this basic beginner headband, and you can pull it down around your neck and wear it as a cowl as well. And there'll be a link at the end of this video where you can go and download your own free pattern. And for this pattern I'm going to use 2 strands of worsted weight yarn and my 00 knitting needles, which are approximately a 9mm. But if you don't have knitting needles, you can knit this headband with pencils. And if you're going to use a light colored yarn, you might want to paint the lead with some clear nail polish or some white glue to keep it from getting the yarn dirty. So if you decide to use pencils, it's the same as knitting with needles. Cast on your stitches and go ahead and knit. So I'm going to get started with my needles, and I'm going to cast on 10 stitches. So first I get a loop on my finger, place it on the knitting needle, and then knit the stitches on. And I'm going to cast on 10 stitches. You can find a slower video on how to do this long tail cast on in the link that I'm going to provide below this video. So cast on 10 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now I'm going to knit every row until this rectangle is long enough to pull on over the head, because I'm going to just make it like a tube. So I'm just going to go ahead and knit every stitch until this rectangle is approximately 23 inches long. So to knit, you insert your needle into the stitch, bring the yarn around, and then knit the stitch off. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to knit this rectangle until it's 23 inches long. Okay, so I've knit that first row, and now I'm just going to knit the next row. So just knit every row. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, I've gone ahead and I've worked that rectangle, knitting every row until the rectangle is long enough to wrap around the head. And now I'm going to cast off. So to cast off, insert your needle into the stitch, knit that first stitch, knit the next stitch, and then pull the first stitch over the stitch that was just knit. And you continue to do that across the row. Knit the stitch, pull the previous one over and off of the needle. So knit, pull the previous stitch over the stitch and off the needle. So I'm going to work across the row, casting off, and the last stitch, pull that yarn up, cut the yarn. I'm going to leave enough yarn to sew this into a tube, and I'm going to thread the yarn end into a needle, and I'm going to bring both ends of the rectangle together, and I'm going to sew the 2 ends together to form a tube. So just go ahead and match the stitches and sew across the row. And then just weave your yarn end back into the finished work. And I'm going to weave this other yarn end into the finished work as well. And there's your finished headband. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed watching how to make this very easy beginner knitted headband. And if you're not wearing it as a headband, you can always slide it down around your neck and wear it as a cowl to keep your neck warm.